Good morning, happy Friday, folks. So I can tell you right now, I'm not really feeling in the greatest of moods right now, so hopefully doing this video will make things a little bit better. I'd rather not discuss why that is, but let's just say this is my second take of doing this video. And I guarantee you I'm going to be late for a few things today. So, I was going to say that my low yesterday was in trying to do the act of kindness for my folks, which was putting dishes away from the dishwasher. I quite literally opened a cupboard, and a bowl that my mom put inside, as well as several other Tupperware things, fell out and the bowl had shattered. One of the shards from the broken bowl actually got to my finger, and it cut my finger not once but twice. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I can even show you what the cut looks like right here, see? Like, yeah. It's not bad. It's just, kind of wish it didn't happen, because honestly, whenever I hear, that's always like a pet peeve of mine, like just the sound of like a broken bowl or broken plate. Oh, actually, it's not broken until it's shattered, but basically like a plate shattering or a bowl shattering, because I mean, well, for one thing, glass or ceramic or whatever the item's made from gets everywhere, and it then becomes a hazard to walk on. I mean, luckily when the bowl fell, it fell like on a stovetop and nothing on the floor, so that was good. And my mom did get mad, even though she's the one who put the bowl in that position to begin with. Let's see, what's my high? Well, for starters, even though I hate the Eagles, they won, because I did pick them to win. Yeah, remember I told you guys this is my second take of doing the video? I already showed off what my record for this week was, but since I'm already starting over, I'm now 1-0 going into this weekend, which is nice. So that's part of my high. Another part of my high was yesterday's episode of Hot Ones. That was good. Okay. I don't need to double say what I just showed you, because I quite literally did that in, again, the previous day. So hey, some of my work got done for me. Let's see. Right, I talked about my act of kindness already. So yeah, I guess we can talk about the Hot Ones right now. If you didn't watch yesterday's episode of Hot Ones, Paul Mescal was the guest, and he was on there to promote Gladiator 2, which is a very highly anticipated movie coming out this year, because I'll be honest, I never thought they'd ever make a Gladiator. I mean, listen, at some point I definitely need to do a movies on the first Gladiator movie. I mean, I haven't seen it since I was allowed to watch it as a freshman in high school. But it is definitely a movie I should watch again and do a video on, because it was a Best Picture winner, as well as actually I think Gladiator won Best Picture. I think so. Well, I do know that if I had started to see, because since 2011 I've been trying to pay attention to the best movie that I had seen that particular year was. 2011 was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, in case you're wondering. And subsequently, as time has gone on, I would then have 2 movies a year because, I mean, some movies really are just so good I can't possibly decide between the two. Such as in 2016, when both of the movies that I thought were the best were Silence and Hell or High Water. So take that information what you will. And I think if I started that series much earlier, say around the time Gladiator came out, Gladiator probably would have been the best movie I saw that particular year. You know, I'll be honest, I don't know if I have a favorite movie this year so far. Unfortunately, I really haven't seen very many movies. I mean, not compared to 2023. 2023, I was like seeing a lot. Seriously, that was the most movies I'd seen in the theater since before the pandemic started. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, that's a discussion for a different day. Let's get into hot ones. So, naturally, in a movie, regardless of the movie is, they have wardrobe. But for Gladiator, you know, you're trying to act and perform in very heavy suits of armor. And so one of the questions Sean asks is, you know, what are the challenges of acting in very heavy suits? And funny enough, considering that the show is literally called Hot Ones, it's the heat. I mean, you act and perform and do fight choreography in very heavy suits, it's gonna get really hot in there and sweaty. And as Paul was talking, he said like there'll be times where like they do a scene, he's really hot, they pour like ice on his back to cool him off. He's like, ready to do it again? Because sometimes in a take, things don't work out correctly. He talked about times he dreaded doing a scene. It's really not just like a scene that he's been afraid of. It's just when you make a movie, it's the actor, it's the director, producer, camera people, sometimes there's catering. You know, there's a whole lot of people involved, and obviously lots of money and therefore time are used to make a movie. And there are times when, you know, you only have like one shot to get a scene correctly, and when that goes wrong, a whole lot of things go to waste because of it. So it's not like there was a time he was specifically afraid of doing a scene. It's just he got more stressed out about, okay, I need to get this scene right, otherwise, you know, bad stuff's gonna happen. Talked about the mechanics of the chemistry read and just finding the right person for a particular part. He talked about the challenges of eating food on camera, which, you know, that actually reminds me. I've literally made like over 2,500 videos, not including, you know, the videos I do every day. I've never eaten on camera before. I mean, some people do find it kind of odious, and others don't really care. I mean, I'll admit I'm guilty of watching that kind of stuff too, like seeing people eat food in their cars, reviewing stuff. I'm into that stuff. It's cool. I don't think I'd ever really do it though, because I mean, at this point, it's kind of been a niche that's been done to death, save for people trying to do local stuff. But in terms of, you know, eating food on camera, I mean, I guess I could probably do it. Maybe. He talked about the differences between playing a character that has the similar qualities that you have in your everyday life versus a completely different character with a completely different mindset. And there are some challenges and pros and cons of that. I thought that was really interesting. He talked about you know, fellow Irish actors and hanging out with Colin Farrell, as well as recommending if I can find the best film that involves Irish culture, which is called like The Wind That Shakes the Barley. And they also talked about his hometown area of Kildare County. So, okay. By the way, as I was typing out my notes, I had no idea how to spell Kildare. So I thought, why not spell it exactly the way it sounds? Killldare. Then I looked it up. I was literally just barely off. There's only one L in Kildare. I thought that was kind of funny how I'm looking at my notes right now and I have the misspelling there, but I want to keep the misspelling in my notes simply because to explain I was very much close to spelling it correctly, and I never even heard that word till just yesterday. Okay. He talked about the parasocial relationship between audience and actors and how, even though we live in a day of social media, and even though, we have stuff like People Magazine and articles and stuff like that that depict that, all celebrities, they're people just like you and me. But there are some people in the audience that don't necessarily see through that, and that's fine. Okay, so let's see what else is there. He talked about how he actually used to be a Gaelic soccer player, with football, but then he got injured, and he was also doing acting classes at the same time. Maybe I should be an actor now, and he's never looked back since. He talked about famous chants, which is called up, down, I think is what it's called. So, okay. Okay. Now we get to the Bon Beyond Insanity. Okay, so Sean had asked him, which of the following names is worse, a plonker, a melker, or a shitehawk? And as you can imagine, the last one is worse. At least what he thinks. And I actually learned a new term called donkey ears, which is really a fancy way of saying a really long time. Okay, so I know another Irish idiom. Cool. He talked about what a focus puller is, which, it's exactly what you think it is. It's the character or object or item in the movie that draws audience members toward the very thing that's supposed to make your movie interesting. Because, listen, even when you're watching a movie, a really good movie, you really are constantly thinking about a lot of things. And a focus puller is it does exactly what it brings your attention to, the important thing in the moment. And a good movie should do that. That actually reminds me, because I mentioned before, I'm a huge fan of E-Rod, aka the Blockbuster Buster. Shout out to E-Rod. And he once said that for a good, I'm about to paraphrase this. For something to be great, he used the term movie, but really any movie or TV show, or really any franchise or series for that matter, it should do three things. It should tell a good story, be entertaining, and show you something you've never seen before. A good focus puller will enhance all three of those things to some capacity. At least, that's what I think. And this is interesting, because Paul Mescal was not only on Hot Ones, but he was also on Chicken Shop Date with host and now Hot Ones alum, Amelia de Moldenberg. And Sean had to ask, which of the two is better? I find that funny just simply because, how do you choose? I mean, listen, I don't really watch Chicken Shop Date, but I know what it is. In a way, it works exactly like Hot Ones. I mean, if it ever comes down to a point where I find myself literally on either Chicken Shop Date or Hot Ones, and I'm then asked, I guarantee you I'm going to have the exact same problem that Paul just had. They're both wonderful shows run by wonderful people. They get millions of hits online. I mean, what else do you need? Yeah. Sorry, some of my apartment's playing music upstairs. Uh, so, yeah, this is a great episode of Hot Ones. Can't complain or whatever. Yeah. So, I'll be honest, I was really looking forward to today because, you know, Horseheads has the sectional championship game tonight. I'm pumped. I can't wait to go. Just get to this day, get through the day, and we'll be all set and ready to go. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the channel, social media. As always, I'm your home news video for all you guys watching. Joe, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday. And remember, I gotta say Happy Friday. Happy Friday, folks. And remember, if you guys want to talk, a channel is here to lend your own back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.